uh, fans and friends. Tonight it's not about music. It's about another subject, completely different. It's about aviation. It's about aviation, and I remember telling you, at least in one of my previous videos, that I would do so, because as I know that you like to hear music, but also since you fly on the airplane that we fix, you might be interested in learning about a few things in aviation. Since I'm a professional, I'm an aviation professional, and I think I can try to talk to you sometimes about aviation, not only music or playing music. Sometimes it's good to change the subject. Aviation is a very important industry in the world. You know, especially in the United States, I would say, and the our number one priority in aviation, whether it is maintenance, traffic control, you name it, our number one priority in this business is safety, your safety. We really we really care about your safety, because when you step into a plane and you're gonna fly, we it is our pride to know that you're comfortable, to know that you feel safe, and that's the way it's supposed to be, and that's the way we do it. Your safety is our number one priority, and when it comes to profit, stuff like that, that's second. That is in second, level when it comes to your safety. We care more about your safety than making money, okay? Because the safer you are, the safer you feel, okay? Maybe the more money we can make, okay? But money, profit is not our number one priority in aviation. Safety, your safety is. And safety also, even though as professionals we know your safety is what we care, what we care about, I everything else come under. So one thing you need to know, safety is also regulated by the federal government. So we have no choice anyway to make sure that you're safe, because if we don't do it, the government will come after us. Okay, so not only we as professionals, we know naturally we care about your safety, but also we are obligated by the government to make sure that you're safe on the aircraft that we fly, that we fix. But safety is not, it's not a new thing. Safety traces back way back to the progressive era, which was that period near the turn of the 21st century to about World War One, the end, or about the end of World War One in 1918. That was a period in which uh, the economic framework of the country took a dramatic shift. Okay, competition capitalism suddenly became corporate capitalism, and a great number at the time. After can you imagine at the end of a war like that, there had there had to be a lot of economical chaos in the country, and at that time you got a lot of small businesses, a lot of small enterprises, you know, in the marketplace, trying to, trying to make money, and then they were competing, against each other. A lot of them, a lot of small businesses, they were competing against each other, and who knows what kind of actions they were doing in order to do so. But at the same time, the market was competitive. You got all those businesses, competing against each other. But the thing is, they were using low-level technology to do so, and because there was no definitive specific regulations for them to abide by, the marketplace was kind of there was no certainty in the marketplace, in the business, in the United States. So that created a problem, because now the economy was not stable because of that commotion going on, without specific economical strategies, to where in order to stabilize the marketplace. So then what happened at that time? Okay, you have some people who look at the uncertainty of the market, the they look at the fact that the market was not stable, due to all that competition between those small enterprises or businesses. So they decided a group of businesses, with the help of the government, decided to create some kind of economic concentration. Now, instead of having a lot of small businesses competing with each other, now we have a small group of corporations, monopolizing the market. They created a market concentration, saying that, well, what I want to do by doing so is to stabilize the market. It's like to make sure that the market, so that the market becomes predictable, to stabilize the economy of the country. So they created, so there was some kind of some kind of fight between competitive capitalism and corporate capitalism. Okay, so and the thing is that the government took upon itself to actually help the corporation to create that non-competitive environment. So can you imagine now all the small businesses with all those big giant corporations, colluding, with each other. Now what you can imagine what happened. All the small businesses just either reduced, disappeared, or maybe function at reduced capacities. So that's what it was. That's the way it was at the progressive era, at the end of World War One. That was big corporation swallowing small businesses, and with the help of the federal government. Okay, so the reason why I went back to the history of the economic, of the aviation regulations. I went to the root of it because in my future videos I'm going to talk to you specifically about aviation regulations, aviation regulatory policies, all that. But I want you to know where actually the whole thing started. At the end of World War One, in the progressive era. So at that time, during the progressive era, the government just really got involved in regulating businesses and consumption of commodities, all in the name of stabilizing the marketplace, and to make the the market more predictable, more certain. So that's what exactly that's what the government and the big corporation, that's what they did, but at the end of the day, what happened? Did uh, did they realize, did they achieve their goal by doing so? Did they, since they were concerned uh, about the market not stable, the market not predictable because of, well, according to them, the chaotic situation of the small businesses, that were competing against each other. So what did what okay what was the result of that thinking? I mean, what I'm saying is, did they achieve, did the government and the corporation and the giant corporation achieve their goal at that time? Well, uh, to know that, you're going to have to tune in, because in my next video I will attempt to answer that question. Okay? We're talking about uh, corporate capitalism against competitive capitalism. So, did the corporations in the progressive era achieve their goal of making the market more predictable, more stable, by actually eliminating the small businesses and actually establish and some sort of economic concentration? You have to stay tuned. You need to stay tuned to find out the answer to that question. And another thing that the government did to even help, to even help the corporation in a bigger way, the government even subsidize, sometimes the government subsidized the corporation, if they had some financial issues, the government just subsidized them, in the name of stabilizing the market, stabilizing the economy. Once again, all those things that the government did for the corporation back then in the progressive era, did they achieve their goal? The answer, my next video. So, like I said before, I don't only do music, I also do aviation. So what you will get from me, what you can now get from me, is videos about music and aviation. You may get some videos from me combining the two. Who knows? So don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So we can talk, or like that. So it's a conversation. Okay. So until next time, stay safe, and be good to one another.